work looks very different than it did 20 years ago. 5 generations are coming together in the workplace with constantly evolving challenges.
One local author says the key to the most fulfilling and effective work is creativity. Joining us to explain is author of the book Born to Create, Ann Jacoby. Ann, thank you for being on with us.
It's great to be here. Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. Your blouse matches your eyes and it's stunning.
Yes,
gotta say
it
that.
is. That's true. Glad you got that out. So, Ann, congrats on the book. Creativity, of course, we know why it would matter in a creative field, but why are you saying it matters more broadly in the workplace?
Yeah, I mean, I think about creativity not just as an arts discipline, but actually as problem solving in the workplace. And I think today a lot of us are feeling stuck in our lives. We're feeling kind of languishing and a sense of, lacking in purpose. And so creativity really sparks us to create the life that we want to lead. And I think it's applicable in business and in our life too.
For our viewers watching who go, yeah, I maybe have a creative thing in me, or maybe someone saying I don't have creativity at all. What are some practices, some tangible things that people can do to spark personal creativity?
Absolutely. Creativity is a skill like anything else.
Yeah.
It needs to be practiced. And so I like to call these creativity boosters, where you can take just 5 minutes, a quick burst of energy, and maybe you walk around the block and you notice the red flowers that are around the block. And maybe you play with your kids for 5 minutes and get out of your comfort zone, do a puzzle together. Anything that kind of disrupts your regular routine and shifts your perspective, that can be a really big creativity booster.
So switch it up. That's a good tip.
Yeah.
Let's talk about how leaders can encourage creative solutions. You're saying this really helps in the workplace to have creativity. So how can that be encouraged at a workplace?
Absolutely. Well, I think the number one thing is to create an environment that's safe, where people feel like they're not afraid to share their creativity, they're not going to be laughed at or overly ridiculed. So you want to create that safe environment as a leader. You also want to encourage and reward taking safe risks. So experimentation, learning from failure is really important as a leader, and that's how you foster a creative work environment.
I think of the work environment and how much it has evolved in the past couple of years because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
It, I think, forced people to get creative.
Yes.
You need to go to work. You gotta make a living. So
Yeah.
people started working from home.
Yeah.
Started getting creative with the backgrounds. Technology surely implemented into life more so than ever before.
Yes.
Why is that so important? Why do we need to continue to think outside of the box? What does that do for our mind, body, and soul?
Oh, it creates better well-being. I mean, we see it in the results. We see better well-being. We see higher levels of productivity. We see greater connection to purpose in our work when we apply that creativity. And so, yeah, thinking creatively about, are we going to be in the office? Are we going to be remote or hybrid?
There's a way.
Yeah, you got to build new solutions, and it takes creative thinking to get to that better solution.
You're also encouraging, not just in problem solving, creativity being used in interpersonal relations.
Yeah.
There are tough conversations that need to happen in the workplace, but what tool can make them easier? What creative tool?
Yeah, I think about my theater background, and I think about doing improv, right? That's all about role play. It's about being in the moment, having a conversation, trying it on, trying things out, and that's what really leads to better interactions in those tough conversations.
So literally role play the conversation before you have it.
Absolutely, put it on its feet.
There you go. I do that sometimes. I think through what I'm going to say, how I want it to go.
I think in our line of work, like we know, we have viewers at home who are listening, who are depending on us for information. So there is a process. We can't always just say what we think. So creativity, and I love your theater background, all of this comes into play.
Yeah.
So very good.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
We want people to get that book so they can learn a thing or two. For more from Ann, pick up Born to Create or head to springstreetco.com. We appreciate you.
We'll be right back.